I poured myself another cup of coffee and leaned against the kitchen counter. Emily, are you up yet? I called, trying to sound casual. Yeah, in the living room, she replied, her voice light, almost too light. I frowned. Something felt off, but I shook it off. Maybe I was imagining things. Mind if I join you? I asked, walking in. Of course not, love, she said with a smile, but her eyes darted toward the phone on the table. She quickly picked it up as if hiding something. I sipped my coffee, pretending not to notice. Busy morning? Emily shrugged. Just some work emails. Nothing important. Her words didn't match the tension in her body. I kept my mouth shut, but my mind raced. Was it really nothing, or was she hiding something from me? James, our butler, appeared at the doorway with a tray. Good morning, sir. Good morning, madam, he said, bowing slightly. Morning, James, I muttered. I didn't like how he lingered by Emily's side, almost too attentive. Something about the way he smiled at her made me uneasy. Breakfast is ready, James announced. Emily nodded politely but didn't move immediately. Everything okay? I asked, pretending to sound casual. Yes, fine, she replied, her tone flat. She avoided my eyes. Later that day I met Mark for lunch. I poured out my unease over the table, whispering, I don't know, man. Emily's different lately. She's distant. Always on her phone, late nights. Mark frowned, leaning back. You sure you're not overthinking? I want to think that, I admitted. But something feels wrong. She hides her phone. James is around more than usual. It's subtle, but my voice trailed off. Subtle signs are still signs, Dave, Mark said gently. Trust your instincts. Don't ignore this. That night I came home early, hoping to catch her relaxing, laughing like she used to. Instead, I found Emily curled up on the couch, staring at her phone, face tense. Hey, I said softly. She jumped slightly. Oh, hi David, she said, putting the phone down. Didn't expect you so early. Yeah, decided to skip the office late today, I said, sitting beside her. You okay? You seem distant. She forced a smile. Just tired. Work has been stressful. I wanted to believe her. I really did. But then James appeared, holding a tray of tea. Sir, madam, would you like tea? Emily's hand brushed his as she took the cup, and my chest tightened. I swallowed hard, pretending to sip my own tea. Thanks, James, she said softly, looking at him longer than necessary. Everything all right? I asked quietly. Yes, really, she said too quickly. She avoided my gaze, fiddling with her fingers. Later, I found myself lying awake, replaying every small moment. The hidden phone, her forced smiles, James hovering. My thoughts looped between doubt and denial. Was I imagining it, or was there something brewing I couldn't yet see? I whispered to the dark room, I can't lose this. I can't lose her. The house felt quiet, but my mind was loud with suspicion. Everything seemed perfect on the surface, but I felt the cracks forming underneath. I had to know the truth, but I wasn't ready to confront it, yet. The illusion of perfection was all I had, and for now, I clung to it. I wasn't supposed to be home that early, but something pushed me to leave work ahead of schedule. The house was quiet, almost too quiet as I stepped in. Emily? I called softly. No answer. I frowned. Then I saw her phone on the kitchen counter, unlocked. My heart skipped a beat. I knew I shouldn't, this wasn't me, but curiosity got the better of me. A string of messages lit up the screen. My stomach dropped. James, can't wait to see you tonight. Missed you. I stared, frozen. My hand shook as I scrolled further. Pictures. Emily and James close, too close. My mind screamed. Impossible. No, it can't be, I muttered. David? You home early. Her voice sounded normal, but my world had just shattered. I turned to see Emily in the doorway, smiling, oblivious, or pretending to be. Emily, what is this? I held up her phone. She froze. I can explain. Explain? My voice cracked. Explain lying to me? Sneaking behind my back? With James. Emily looked down, avoiding my gaze. David, it's complicated. I didn't mean for it to happen. You didn't mean for it to happen? I laughed bitterly. Emily, I trusted you. I trusted both of you. She took a shaky step toward me. I know I hurt you. But it's not what you think. Not what I think? I yelled. I just saw the messages, the pictures. You think that's not what it looks like? I was lonely, she admitted, finally meeting my eyes. You were always busy, work, Mark. I felt ignored. Ignored? My chest tightened. Emily, I built this life for us. And this is how you repay me. At that moment, James appeared from the hallway holding a tray of drinks. He froze when he saw me holding the phone. Sir, what? Don't. I cut him off, fury rising. Don't even try to explain. His face paled. I didn't mean, it just happened. What? Just happened. I couldn't breathe. Just happened, James? You betrayed me too? You worked in this house, served me every day, and you? Emily stepped in front of him. David, please, don't blame him. I asked for this. I shook my head, my hands trembling. You both of you, are unbelievable. I sank into a chair, gripping my face. Rage, heartbreak, disbelief, all mixed into a heavy weight. Mark, I need you. Now. Minutes later, Mark arrived, his eyes immediately scanning the tense scene. Whoa, what happened? I threw the phone onto the table. This happened. Emily, James, behind my back. Mark frowned, then looked at Emily and James. You too? Emily whispered, We made a mistake. Please. Mark turned to me. David, breathe. Don't act on anger. Think. Strategize. You're stronger than this. I stared at him, chest heaving. Stronger? Mark, my wife and James, my own servant. I know, he said firmly. But if you act rashly now, it's done. Let me help you plan. Don't give them the satisfaction. I nodded slowly, still reeling. I can't believe it. James, I trusted you. Emily, how could you? I'm sorry, Emily said, tears welling up. I never wanted to hurt you. I felt so alone. Alone? I scoffed. You were never alone. You had me. And you threw it away for him? My voice cracked. James muttered, barely audible, I didn't mean for it to happen. I shouted. You just decided to ruin my life? You just decided to betray the man who trusted you every day. Mark stepped closer. David, focus. Revenge doesn't mean destruction right now. Let them expose themselves, let them feel the weight of their choices. Don't lose yourself to anger. I sank back, chest tight, fists clenched. I can't believe this. My life, my marriage, everything. Mark put a hand on my shoulder. It's not over, David. Not by a long shot. But you need a plan. Patience. Let them think they've won. Then, he paused, his gaze sharp. Then you'll take control. I looked at Emily, at James, at the remnants of what I thought was perfect. The hurt was raw, but a cold clarity began to settle in. My betrayal wasn't the end, it was the beginning. I whispered, more to myself than anyone else, they'll regret this. They'll regret everything. And for the first time that night, I felt something dark, something calculated, rise inside me. Sleep never came. When it did, nightmares dragged me back. Emily laughing. James smirking. I woke sweating, whispering, I know. Mark called at dawn. You alive? Barely, I said. My head won't shut up. Come over, he said. Talk. At his place, I stared at the floor. If I confront them, I explode. If I stay quiet, I rot. Mark said, then choose control. What does that even mean? I asked. It means patience, he replied. You watch. You learn. You decide. I nodded, then laughed. James walks taller now. Did you notice? He looks at me like I'm stupid. Arrogance follows secrets, Mark said. Use it. Emily texted me then. Running late. Don't wait. I showed Mark. Careless, I said. She doesn't even try. Patterns, he said. People repeat them. That night I heard James in the hall. He said softly, she'll be free soon. I froze. I whispered, free from me? My phone rang. Rachel. Mark told me, she said. I'm sorry. I'm breaking, I said. I want to burn everything. Or you can breathe, she said. Sit with me. We met at a cafe. She held my hands. Tell me your options. I expose them, I said. I destroy them quietly. Or I walk away. And what helps you sleep? She asked. Justice, I said. Not noise. She nodded. Then be silent. Silence scares liars. Days passed. I listened. Emily lied easily. James slipped, bragging to staff. I wrote notes. Times. Words. Mark asked, you okay? No, I said. I'm focused. Rachel texted, eat. I will, I replied. Soon. Emily said one night, you seem calm. I am, I said. Clear. James smirked. Tea, sir? Later, I said, watching his hands shake. I looked in the mirror. I won't beg, I told myself. I won't shout. Mark said, that's it. That's the shift. Rachel said, promise me one thing. What? I asked. Don't lose yourself, she said. I won't, I said. I'm finding him. The plan wasn't written yet, but it lived in me. I learned their rhythms. Late texts, secret smiles, weak pride. I lay awake again, calm this time, and whispered, breaking was necessary. I watched mornings closely. Emily hummed, careless, packing excuses. James lingered, confident, testing limits. Mark said, you're mapping them. I am, I said. They think I'm blind. Rachel warned, don't rush pleasure. I won't, I said. I'm counting. Emily asked, dinner plans? Working, I replied. She smiled. Again? Yes, I said. Again. James passed, whispering, busy man. I smiled. Ambitious help, I said. He stiffened. At night, Mark asked, public or private? Private, I said. Quiet wins. Rachel asked, evidence? Plenty, I said. Enough to wait. Emily said, you're distant. I'm steady, I said. James laughed. Strong marriage. I replied, truth tests strength. Rachel smiled. You're learning. I am, I said. I'm ready. Mark clinked glasses. To patience. To clarity, I said. Emily yawned. Bed. Soon, I said. James nodded. Sleep well. I waited. Counted. Breathed. In the dark, I chose myself. The breaking ended. The building began. I opened a notebook. Dates, habits, money, pride. Mark said, that's dangerous. For them, I said. Rachel said, remember mercy. I remember, I said. After. Emily laughed, careless again. James strutted. I listened. Every choice felt sharp. I wasn't shaking now. I was awake. Mark asked, still hurting? Yes, I said. Controlled. Rachel asked, still human? Yes, I said. Evolving. Emily said, trust me. I smiled. I do. James said, we're safe. I nodded. For now. I closed the notebook. 7 days passed. Nothing changed. Everything did. I breathed. I waited. I decided. This was the point. I whispered, breaking points forge steel. Mark texted, proud of you. Rachel replied, stay kind. I answered, stay sharp. Emily slept. James dreamed. I planned. Tomorrow mattered. I smiled. Silence worked. Patience breathed. Control settled. I wasn't lost. I was becoming. Almost there. I counted to 10. Then again. Anger slept. Purpose woke. I chose time. I chose truth. I chose me. The breaking point passed. The man remained. I stood. Ready. Quiet. Watching. Learning. Waiting. Certain. This was mine. I didn't rush. I ruled. My turn began. Right now. I started small. Quiet. Invisible. At breakfast I said, Emily, Simon called last night. Her spoon froze. Simon? Why would he call you? I shrugged. Said something about a mix-up at work. That's strange, she said too quickly. He never calls you. James cleared his throat behind her. Tea, madam? Emily snapped. Yes, James? Then she looked at me. Did Simon say anything else? Just that he was confused, I said. Sounded curious. She laughed, forced. Men at work gossip too much. Later I caught James near the stairs. Busy night? I asked. He stiffened. Just duties, sir. Emily seemed distracted. I said. Work trouble, maybe Simon? James's eyes flickered. Simon? Her coworker, I said. Friendly guy. James nodded slowly. Didn't know. That night, Emily asked, why are you asking about Simon? I'm not, I said. People talk. She watched me. You've changed. I learned, I said. James began watching me back. Sir, he said one afternoon, you've been home more. Is that a problem? I asked. No, he said. Just noticing. So am I replied. I sent an anonymous email to Simon's office account. Nothing clear. Just questions. Are you aware? Is this wise? No names. Emily paced the living room. Someone is messing with me, she said. Who would do that? I asked. She stared. I don't know. James muttered, people envy comfort. I smiled. Or fear exposure. Emily snapped, what does that mean? Nothing, I said, thinking aloud. She said, James, did you tell anyone? He shook his head. Never. I watched them not look at each other. Simon called Emily on speaker by accident. Emily, I got a weird message. She went pale. What message? About us, he said. I don't understand. There is no us, she said sharply. I leaned in. Sounds serious. She hung up. Someone is lying. Lies spread fast, I said. James pulled me aside. Sir, this is dangerous. For whom? I asked. For everyone, he said. Then tell the truth, I replied. Emily whispered that night, James is acting strange. Are you? I asked. She sighed. I feel watched. So do liars, I said. James knocked later. Sir, may I speak? Of course, I said. He lowered his voice. If something comes out, remember my service. You mean loyalty? I asked. Yes, he said. Loyalty is proven, I said. Not requested. He swallowed. I understand. Emily asked the next morning, did you talk to James? Briefly, I said. About what? She pressed. Trust, I said. She laughed nervously. You're scaring me. I'm calm, I said. Simon texted again. Emily hid her phone. I noticed. James snapped at staff. Focus. I said quietly, pressure changes people. Emily said, why are you enjoying this? I'm not, I said. I'm observing. She whispered, you're playing a game. I met her eyes. So are you. James said later, Emily thinks Simon's suspects. Does he? I asked. James hesitated. I don't know. Uncertainty hurts, I said. Emily cried one night. I can't handle this. Tell the truth, I said. She wiped her eyes. You wouldn't understand. I understand patterns, I said. James avoided me now. Emily checked doors. Silence grew loud. Mark texted, any cracks? Plenty, I replied. Rachel texted, slow wins. I know, I replied. Simon confronted Emily at work. She came home shaking. He asked questions. Questions seek answers, I said. James whispered, this is your doing. I smiled. Is it? Emily said, promise me you're not behind this. I said, I promise nothing. James said, we should stop. Emily snapped, stop what? They froze. I said gently, secrets hate light. Emily whispered, I can't breathe. Breathe, I said. Or confess. James stared at the floor. Sir. Yes. I said. Please, he said. I leaned close. Patience, I whispered. That word broke him. Emily packed a bag. I need space. Take it, I said. James watched, terrified. Simon called again. Emily ignored it. I poured tea. Come. Steady. Their facade cracked. Not shattered. Yet. I wrote another note. Seed planted. Roots growing. I waited. Smiling. Quietly. Carefully. Enjoying control. This was not rage. This was design. I wasn't rushing. I was winning. Slowly. Perfectly. I woke that morning with a plan already forming. Emily was still asleep, unaware, and James moved about like a man pretending nothing had happened. I poured coffee, letting the aroma ground me. David, did you hear? My neighbor, Mrs. Clark, called through the fence. Hear what? I asked casually. James at the office, fired, she said. I raised an eyebrow. Fired? For what? She shrugged. Something about stealing funds. Everyone's talking. I smiled faintly, careful to hide it. Interesting, I muttered. At work, Mark met me. Looks like your little game is working. I frowned. Little? It's calculated, not little. You're not angry? He asked. Anger isn't strategy, I said. I want them to crumble without me touching them directly. Emily texted, we need to talk tonight. I stared at it, my chest tightening. Oh, we will, I muttered under my breath. Later, James called me at work, voice trembling. Sir. I don't know what's happening. I didn't do anything wrong. Didn't do anything wrong? I asked slowly. You were careless, James. Very careless. I didn't mean to, he stammered. Intentions don't matter, I said. Consequences do. He was quiet for a moment. Emily, she. Don't speak of her, I cut him off. You should worry about yourself. Emily arrived home, her face pale. David, people are talking, she whispered. Who? I asked. Neighbors, friends, everyone. James is gone and I. You? I echoed. What have you done? I can't, it's embarrassing, she said, wringing her hands. Embarrassing? I asked, my voice calm but cutting. You betrayed me. You humiliated me. Now the world sees a fragment of your truth. Embarrassment is mild. Emily's lips quivered. I didn't think it would get this far. Didn't think? I repeated. That's your flaw. She avoided my eyes. I'm sorry. I shook my head. Sorry doesn't undo trust. The doorbell rang. I opened it to find Simon, Emily's co-worker, looking concerned. I heard some things, he stammered. Come in, I said. You're in the right place. Information speaks for itself. Simon glanced at Emily, then at James's absence. I didn't know. You didn't? I asked. Then you're not alone in ignorance. That's the point. Emily's phone buzzed. A message from a friend. Saw James at the office. Fired? What happened? She gasped and dropped it. Everything's unraveling, I murmured. Mark texted, seeing progress? I replied, they're cracking. Slowly but visibly. James appeared at our front gate later, hat in hands, shame in his eyes. Sir, can we talk? I nodded. Outside. Sir, he started. You lost your position. You humiliated yourself. You lost Emily's favor, I said, letting each word land. Do you understand why? I made mistakes, he whispered. I didn't mean. Intentions are irrelevant, I said. Actions define a man. He looked down. I understand. Emily entered the room, voice trembling. David, please, forgive me? I stared at her. Forgive you? For your betrayal? That isn't mine to grant. But I was foolish, she said. Foolishness doesn't erase consequences, I said. And now you live with them. She collapsed on the sofa, tears streaming. Everyone knows, everyone. Then they know, I said softly. And now you feel a fraction of what I felt. Neighbors peeked through the windows, whispering. I caught snippets. Emily, James, scandal. I felt a cold satisfaction, but it was hollow. Revenge tasted sweet, but a part of me ached. Seeing them crumble didn't heal the wound. They were mirrors of my broken trust. Simon left, shaking his head. I didn't expect. You never do, I said. That's why truth is dangerous. James whispered, I'll leave town. Good, I said. Disappear. Learn humility in absence. Emily wiped her tears. David, I never wanted this. You never wanted honesty, I said. You wanted comfort. That's gone. The evening stretched. Silence fell, punctuated by whispers and creaking floors. I poured tea, sipping slowly, savoring the calm after chaos. Mark's message blinked, satisfied. I typed back, partially. Lessons remain. They'll continue to stumble. Rachel called. How are you holding? Stronger, I said. They're paying in their way. Karma doesn't need my hand, just my patience. Emily sobbed quietly. James muttered apologies. Neighbors gossiped. Simon watched, perplexed. I felt the weight of it all. Revenge unfolding, justice meted out, yet emptiness lingering. I wasn't vengeful for cruelty. I was precise, controlled, and silent. My wounds were mine alone. I whispered to myself, this is only the beginning. Patience is my ally. Observation is my weapon. Silence is my strength. Emily flinched at my words, James paled, Simon glanced uneasily, and I smiled faintly. The betrayers were falling, piece by piece, and I was standing in the eye of the storm, calm, steady, and ready for the next step. Their empire of lies was crumbling. Mine was just beginning. I poured myself a drink and stared out the window. The city lights blurred with my thoughts. Everything had fallen into place. James humiliated, Emily exposed, but my chest still ached. Revenge hadn't fixed the hole inside me. My phone buzzed. Rachel, coffee? You need someone to talk to. I sighed. Yeah, I do. We met at the small cafe downtown. She smiled gently. How are you holding up? Strong on the outside, I admitted. Inside, I can't breathe sometimes. Rachel nodded. I know. You thought revenge would heal you, but it doesn't work that way. I thought I'd feel better, I said. Seeing them suffer, hearing the whispers, but it's hollow. You're human, she said. You can be powerful and still hurt. I hate feeling weak, I muttered. I wanted control, not this emptiness. Rachel reached across the table. Control isn't always about others. Sometimes it's about yourself. I looked down at my hands. Emily, she tries to make me forgive her. She texts, calls, even leaves notes. I made a mistake, I'm sorry, please understand me. Does she? Rachel asked. I shook my head. No. She wants the outcome she desires. Not real accountability. You've learned to see it, Rachel said softly. That's growth. Later, I got a call from James. His voice trembled. David, please, can we talk? I leaned back. Talk? About what? I was wrong. I know. I'll do anything. I need forgiveness. Do you? I asked. Or do you want me to absolve you so you can breathe easier? I don't know, he stammered. Then know this, I said. Intentions don't erase actions. Weak men hide behind words. That's what you are. He was silent. I understand, he whispered. Emily appeared at my door the next day. David, please, let's talk. I miss us. I can't live like this without you. I let her words hang. You miss the comfort, Emily. Not me. Not trust. Not honesty. She stepped closer. But I was wrong. I'm sorry. Can't we start over? I can't undo what you did, I said. You want to move on, fine, but not with me. Tears welled in her eyes. I never wanted to hurt you like this. You did, I said. And now you live with it. Mark called later. How are you handling them? I'm steady, I said. Externally calm. Internally, stormy. Good, he said. That's normal. Healing takes time. I took a deep breath. It's not revenge I needed, Mark. It's clarity. And I have that now. Then use it, he said. Not for them, but for yourself. Emily tried texting again. David, please. I ignored it. James showed up at the gate one evening, hat in hands. David, I'm sorry. I can't face anyone. You can't face yourself either, I said. Weak men crumble under their own guilt. You're one of them. He shook his head. I'll make it right. Anything. You already had your chance, I said. Now you disappear. Rachel met me the following morning. You're doing well, she said. But don't mistake satisfaction for peace. I know, I said. The emptiness is still there. Revenge didn't heal it. I have to learn to live with it. Not live with it alone, she said. Let yourself feel, let yourself grow. I nodded. I've started seeing the truth clearly. James and Emily, they weren't worth my trust. That's what hurts most and what teaches me to protect myself next time. Emily left a letter on the counter later that day. I read it silently. I'm sorry, David. I hope someday you can forgive me. I crumpled it, then folded it carefully and placed it in a drawer. Forgiveness wasn't mine to give. Healing was mine to achieve. Mark texted, feeling stronger? Yes, I typed back. Strong, steady, aware. Not bitter, just aware. Rachel called one last time that night. David, promise me something? What? I asked. Don't lose yourself to them. You're already better than before. Keep that. I promise, I said. I sat by the window looking at the lights, feeling my chest lighten just slightly. Revenge had been a lesson, not a cure. The hurt lingered, but so did clarity. I wasn't weak. I wasn't lost. I was learning to be me again, slowly, steadily, carefully. And for the first time in weeks, I smiled. The turmoil would remain, but I was stronger than it. And that strength, quiet, patient, unwavering, was finally mine. I chose the venue carefully. A small charity gathering Emily insisted we attend, full of familiar faces, polite smiles, and hidden judgments. She thought it would help her image. I thought it would end everything. Emily whispered, "Why are you smiling?" "Because tonight matters," I said. She frowned. "You're scaring me again." "Truth often does," I replied. James stood near the drinks table, stiff, avoiding my eyes. When he saw me walk in, his face drained of color. Mark leaned close. "You ready?" "I've been ready," I said. Rachel squeezed my arm. "Stay calm." "I am calm," I said. "Watch." Emily greeted friends nervously. "Hi, yes, it's been difficult." Mrs. Clark smiled thinly. "We've heard." I stepped forward. "Since we're all here," I said, raising my voice just enough, "there's something I need to clarify." Emily froze. "David, please?" James whispered, "Sir, don't." I held up my phone. "I won't speak long." Mark nodded. Rachel stayed silent. I said, I trusted my wife. I trusted the man I employed. That trust was broken. Murmurs rippled. Emily grabbed my arm. Not here. Here, I said, gently removing her hand. Exactly here. James stammered, this isn't fair. Neither was betrayal, I said. I tapped the screen. Messages, dates, photos. Emily gasped. You promised you wouldn't. I promised nothing, I said. A woman whispered, is this true? Emily's voice cracked. I made mistakes. James stepped back. I was manipulated. I laughed once. Cowards blame circumstances. A man said, James, is this real? James shook his head. I don't know. Then listen, I said. I let this unfold naturally. No lies. No edits. Emily sobbed. You're ruining me. You ruined yourself, I said. James whispered, please stop. I said, this ends now. I placed a small box on the table. Emily's eyes widened. That's our anniversary gift, I said. The one you said you lost. I opened it. Inside the ring she stopped wearing. I dropped it into a glass of water. Symbols matter. Silence swallowed the room. Emily collapsed into a chair. I can't breathe. Breathe, I said calmly. The truth doesn't choke. Lies do. James looked around. I'm leaving. No one's stopping you, I said. He hesitated. David, I'm sorry. Save it, I said. Apologies without change or noise. Mark spoke quietly. This is over. I nodded. For me, yes. Rachel stepped closer. You did what you needed. Emily looked up, mascara running. Was any of it real? I met her eyes. It was. Until you made it a lie. She whispered, I hate myself. That's between you and your mirror, I said. James slipped out. No one followed. Neighbors stared. Friends avoided Emily's gaze. I folded a letter from my pocket. This was your apology, I said, holding it up. I read it. I tore it in half. Then again. Emily flinched. You're cruel. No, I said. I'm finished. Mrs. Clark cleared her throat. We should give them space. People drifted away, whispers trailing. Emily grabbed my sleeve. Don't leave me like this. I'm not leaving you, I said. I already did. Mark asked, you okay? Yes, I said. I feel complete. Rachel smiled softly. That's closure. Emily whispered, please forgive me. I forgive myself, I said. That's enough. She covered her face. Outside the air felt lighter. Mark exhaled. That was final. It needed to be, I said. Rachel said, you didn't humiliate them. You exposed truth. Truth does the work, I said. Emily stumbled out later. David. I turned. What? Was there ever a chance? She asked. No, I said. Not after choice. She nodded slowly. I understand. James didn't return. I sat in the car, hands steady. Mark said, any regret? Only that it took pain to learn, I said. Rachel said, you handled it with dignity. I handled it with clarity, I said. I looked back once. Emily stood alone. I felt no joy, no anger, just relief. The plan was complete. Not revenge fueled by rage. Justice shaped by patience. I drove home quietly. On the table I placed the last reminder. The house felt mine again. I texted Mark, done. He replied, proud. Rachel wrote, rest. I sat down, breathing evenly. The man who trusted blindly was gone. The man who chose himself remained. Justice wasn't loud. It was calm. It was final. I closed my eyes. Tonight I slept. No nightmares. No whispers. Just silence. And in that silence, peace. The payback ended. The future began. Right there. With me. I woke to the first quiet morning in months. The house smelled faintly of coffee, dust, and freedom. No Emily rushing through rooms. No James hovering with fake smiles. Just me in silence. Mark called first. Morning, David. How's the peace? I smiled, stretching. Strange but welcome. It's different, not empty. Good, he said. You survived everything and stayed intact. That's rare. I had help, I admitted. You and Rachel kept me from losing myself. Mark chuckled. We just reminded you of who you were. You did the hard work. I nodded, then poured a coffee. Funny. I thought revenge would fix me. It didn't. It only sharpened me, made me aware of my own strength. Rachel texted next, "Breakfast? I have some good news." I replied, "On my way." At the cafe she smiled when I arrived. "You look lighter." "I feel it," I said. "The anger's gone. The hurt lingers, but it's manageable. I can breathe again." "That's growth," she said. "You let go of them, not yourself." Emily crossed my mind for the first time without a surge of rage. Just disappointment. "I hope they learn," I said. "They will," Rachel said. "Life has a way of teaching." Mark joined later, leaning back. "So, plans for moving forward?" "Simple," I said. "Work, self-improvement, clarity. No distractions. No toxic ties. Trust must be earned, not given blindly." Mark smiled. "That's a lesson most never learn. You're stronger because of it." We sipped our drinks in silence, letting the weight of the past dissipate. I realized that the fire I carried for revenge was no longer necessary. Justice had been done and karma had taken its course. My part was complete. Later at home, I opened a drawer and found remnants of the past. Letters from Emily, gifts I once cherished, small mementos I'd kept for no reason. I held one small trinket, the anniversary gift she ruined. My fingers lingered over it for a moment, memories flashing, love, betrayal, pain. I whispered to myself, "This ends now." With deliberate calm, I placed everything in a box. I stepped outside and lit a match. Flames caught, burning quickly. Smoke curled into the sky, carrying with it anger, heartbreak, and the ghosts of trust betrayed. I watched until the fire died down, leaving only ash. A weight lifted from my chest. I wasn't vengeful. I wasn't broken. I was free. Rachel called while I cleaned up. "Did you do it?" I laughed softly. "Yes. Symbolic but necessary. Closure matters." "Good," she said. "Now live for you." "I will," I said. "And I finally understand, revenge can be precise but healing is personal. That's the real strength." Mark stopped by that afternoon. Looking calm, he said, I said. "Finally." He studied me. "It's strange, isn't it? To want so much, then realize what you needed all along was yourself." I nodded. "Yes, and it feels right. Peaceful." Emily and James were gone from my life. Socially, professionally, emotionally, they'd faced the consequences of their actions. I didn't gloat. I simply acknowledged reality. Their downfall had nothing to do with cruelty. It was inevitable after betrayal. I walked through my empty living room, sunlight streaming through the windows. Each corner of the house felt familiar again, yet renewed. I saw not the place of pain, but the place of beginnings. My phone buzzed with a message from Rachel. "Proud of you. Ready for new chapters." I smiled and typed back, "Yes. Life is mine again." Mark texted, "Dinner tonight?" "Looking forward to it," I replied. Later, I sat on the balcony watching the city hum below. I thought about trust, how fragile it is, how easily it can be broken, and how carefully it must be rebuilt. I also thought about patience, control, and the quiet power of choosing self-respect over anger. A soft breeze ruffled my hair. I breathed in deeply, letting the world settle around me. The betrayal that once burned in my chest was gone, replaced by clarity. I picked up my journal and wrote, "I am stronger. I am calm. I am awake. Lessons are learned. Pain shapes but does not define. Life continues. I continue." As I closed the journal, my phone rang. A friend from work invited me on a hiking trip. I accepted without hesitation. Adventure. Movement. Life. I smiled. This wasn't about revenge. It was about reclaiming myself. At night, I stood by the window looking at the stars. No regrets lingered, only understanding. No anger remained, only focus. No fear held me, only resolve. I whispered quietly, "I am whole. I am free. The past is behind me." The symbolic fire, the letters, the broken trinkets, they were gone. So was the weight. Tomorrow I would wake, work, laugh, live, and trust myself first. The story of betrayal had ended. The story of me was just beginning. I took a final deep breath, feeling the night settle around me like a protective cloak. I was ready. No shadows of Emily. No presence of James. Only me. I smiled quietly, peacefully, completely. Closure. Real closure. And for the first time in months, I slept with a clear mind and a full heart.